It's the season of gifts and sales. You've probably been here before. You know a tech nerd who would love something tech related for Christmas, but you haven't the slightest idea what to get them. That person could even be you. What's a useful yet relatively cheap Christmas present that you could give someone? Fear not, I've done the heavy lifting for you. I spent the last month on Shopee searching for what kind of gifts you could get at this time of the year for less than 100 ringgit. Let's go. When selecting these items, I had a few criteria in mind. The first is it should be affordable, and for each of the items I got, I made sure to stick to a budget of 100 ringgit for each item. In total, I managed to get around 5 items, which came to a total of 300 ringgit, which is quite okay considering the type of things I managed to get. Also keep in mind, I got these things in the middle of November, so if you were to shop now in December with the kind of sales they are having, you could probably get them for even cheaper than I did. The second criteria I set for myself was functionality. Apart from one item, most of the things I managed to get are going to be useful to a lot of people for one specific reason: that they are going back into the workforce or out into the world as things slowly start to open up. So you can expect these gift ideas to be somewhat useful to them on a day-to-day basis. And the third criteria, everything I got today are things I would actually get with my own money. Before we begin, I just have to stress that everything you see here today was in no way sponsored by the manufacturer or the resellers on Shopee or even Shopee themselves. So everything you're seeing here was purchased with my own money, and all the thoughts and opinions you're about to see and hear are my own. The first up is the Baseus Encore DO2 Pro headphones, which cost 77 ringgit. Now, Baseus is no stranger to this channel, and it's probably how most of you found my channel in the first place. That being said, I was curious how well Baseus' other products stacked up, and if you or someone you know is heading back out into the office and you just need some pair of headphones to get through the day, these are a viable option. They sound decent for the price that they cost, and I've definitely heard worse from headphones that cost more. Also, for the price, you get USB-C charging, a design that folds, a USB-A to USB-C cable for charging, and an aux cable to plug this in for wireless listening. Battery life was solid as well. I could not kill this in the 2 days of on and off listening that I did, which in my books is plenty enough. Officially, it's rated for 25 hours of non-stop playback, and if you were to listen to this at 70% volume, it's officially rated for 48 hours of non-stop playback. I would say there's only 2 real weaknesses when it comes to these headphones. The first is the bass isn't as punchy as I've come to expect on headphones, but then again, for the price you're paying, that's to be expected, and it isn't that bad actually. It's just that my preferences are slightly more different. And the second weakness for me is because of how lightweight the whole thing is, sometimes you don't feel confident folding it up because you're scared you're going to break something. But apart from that, for the price you're paying, real solid pair of headphones. In keeping with the audio theme, I got these Realme Buds Q2 for 78 ringgit, so around the same as the headphones. In the box, you get the earbuds themselves in its charging case, a bright yellow micro USB cable to charge it, and different sized ear tips. These would also be perfect for going back into the world, especially in the office or back to the gym, where I feel everyone could do with a pair of earbuds like these. For the price, you get this small, compact, lightweight case which makes transporting it very easy, IPX4 water resistance which would come in very useful for all those sweaty gym sessions, touch controls, and low latency for gaming. For the audio quality, these are not bad at all. I use this at my office for work, and at times, I actually forgot that I was using this instead of my Edifier earbuds. What I found really cool about these earbuds was the amount of customization you can do. Realme allows you to customize aspects of these buds through their Realme Link app. In it, you get to toggle between 3 different EQs, a game mode which I suspect prioritizes latency above everything else, and modifying the gestures of each earbud, such as skipping or reversing a track, playing and pausing, or launching game mode, all with different types of gestures such as a double tap, triple tap, or a long press. And you could even set it to be specific to just the left or right earbud. For me personally, these earbuds fall apart in two categories. The first is the EQ settings. For most music genres, the EQ settings for these earbuds in the app are perfect. However, if you're like me and you listen to a lot of rock and heavy metal music, the EQ settings do nothing for you. Dynamic and Bass Boost Plus makes them sound muffled, and Bright just makes it sound like someone is scratching a fork on a plate. And the second category is the charging port, where Realme, in their infinite wisdom, has decided to ship this with micro USB, the charging port that went out of style in 2015. Why?
We were on the verge of greatness. We were this close.
Speaking of different ports, one issue that plagues almost every one of us is having to carry around 2 to 3 different charging cables just to charge our devices. With your micro USB cables, USB-C, Lightning, that's where this comes in. The Remax RC186 3-in-1 cable. What I love about this is, not only do you have the convenience of having 3 different types of charging cables attached in one common cable, but you're also allowed to charge 3 different types of devices at the same time from just one charger. The braided cable is a nice touch because this means this cable can and should hold up to a lot of abuse when you charge your devices at different angles. And seeing as to how we're all slowly heading back out into the world, this is something useful to keep on you at all times. With all this talk about getting back out into the world, keeping your devices juiced up during the day is just as important. I mean, what's the point of walking around with all these things if they're not going to last you the whole day? Well, that's where this comes in. The 10,000 mAh Xiaomi Powerbank 3 Compact for 79 ringgit. It's really simple. You get the power bank itself, a USB-A to USB-C cable, and nothing else. There's a total of 4 ports, 2 full-size USB-A ports, 1 USB-C port, and 1 micro USB port. The 2 USB-A ports and the USB-C port act as output ports to charge other devices, whereas the micro USB port and that same USB-C port act as input ports to charge up the power bank. So quite a versatile little power bank. The USB-C port supports two-way fast charging at 22.5 watts. So what that means is, if you have an iPad Pro charger or any other fast charger like even that Aoki charger I reviewed a while back, you could get this power bank from 0 to 100% in just 3.5 hours. And at the same time, if you were to plug in a USB cable into the USB-C port to charge another device like a smartphone, it would charge that smartphone at 22.5 watts of fast charging. Just think about that, not many phone chargers themselves support that much of fast charging. And you know what's the best part? That fast charging works even while you have 2 other devices charging out of the USB-A ports. That means 3 devices can be charging out of this power bank while one of them is fast charging. That's insane. And it gets better. That USB-C port supports USB power delivery, and Nintendo fans out there, yes, this power bank is capable of charging your Nintendo Switch. Something else I thought was really cool was this power bank supports low charging mode, which helps you charge things such as your fitness bands, your smartwatches, your earbuds, things which other power banks would probably stop charging at around 88%, but this gets it back up to 100. For the price, this is a no-brainer. It's compact, it's capable, and it lasts for years. How do I know this? Well, 6 years ago, I got the first generation compact power bank from Xiaomi, and it is still alive in my collection today. So you could expect at least 6 years of use out of this guy. Okay, this last one is a little fun. I'm sure you've noticed by now this tiny lamp that's been in all of my videos. It's the Xiaomi Mi bedside lamp. It's this cool little lamp that allows you to control it through your phone through the Xiaomi Mi Home app, Google Home app, and even Apple's HomeKit as well. I've been using this as my main lamp for almost 2 years now, even in my old place. So you could change the color, you could change the brightness, all from the convenience of your phone, and you could even set up custom schedules for it, like what time you want it to turn on, what time you want it to turn off, which days you want it to turn on and off, all that good stuff. However, as cool and as useful as this light is, it's still just a bedside lamp. And yes, you can control it through your phone and set custom schedules and all that good stuff, but if you live in a huge house, something like this is just not going to cut it. And I know what you're thinking. If I just get one light for each room, I can control my entire house through my phone. Well, good luck with that, because each one of these lamps costs more than 100 ringgit, which makes it a costly solution which isn't even that flexible to begin with. Luckily, however, there is a solution. This is the Xiaomi Mi LED Smart Bulb. Take everything I said about this bedside lamp, condense it into a single light bulb that costs 50 ringgit each, which you can screw into any light socket in your pre-existing house, and you have this light bulb. This is something I've wanted for years after first seeing the Philips Hue bulbs become popular. However, those are costly, with each bulb costing 5 times as much as this Xiaomi light bulb. And for years, I was hoping someone like Xiaomi would enter this segment and significantly cut down the price, which they have. This would be convenient in almost every home because now you could control the light bulb in each room, each part of the house, or just adjust the different timings or colors or brightnesses of each room in the house, all through the convenience of your phone. And all you need is a stable internet connection for the light bulb to hook onto. Personally, it is a godsend having something like this in my apartment because now that means I don't even have to get up to switch off the lights every night. I can just use my phone's Google Assistant to tell it to switch off the light every night, and if that's not living in the future, I don't know what is. The only thing I'm not too sure about is how long these light bulbs will last, because I've never compared them against a traditional light bulb to know the difference. But from my personal experience, I've had that bedside lamp for 2 years now, sometimes leaving it on for the whole day in those 2 years, and it's still alive and kicking, so I'm fairly certain this light bulb is gonna last just as long or even longer. And that's been my top picks for gifts under 100 ringgit. I'll leave the links to all the things that I've bought down in the description below, and if you're watching this from overseas and you don't have access to Shopee, that's okay. Use this video as a sort of inspiration for your own gift ideas this holiday season, because no matter where you are, I'm sure that all of you could use all the things that I've listed in this video. Did you find this video useful? Let me know down in the comments below. Maybe I missed out some fun gift ideas that you want to share with me. Also, if you enjoyed this video, like, share, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.